The tea was so steaming in this episode. Even the coffee got hot. If that even makes any sense. Greetings, geeks and geekerals. It is me. I am back for Big Little Lies, the penultimate episode. Oh boy. Without further ado, let's just dive into it. Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the episode, go watch and then come back and tell me what you think, comments down below. The Monterey Five. Finally remembered that name. Like always, let's dive into, one by one, the Monterey Five. So, let's start off with Renata. Renata was just being her normal self, and we didn't really think that she'd get anything in this episode. But then, we get to see her, at the end, go to I believe it was bankruptcy hearing, where people come in to complain about money that they deserve from the bankruptcy person. And the nanny comes into play. And she says that there's money that they owe for her nanny services. Then she has filed something under other. And when pressed by the guy, the judge, she says relaxation services. He slept with a motherfucking nanny. What a cliche. But even Renata is like, when she finds that out, she's like, nope, I am done with this marriage. I am done. I never want to hear you say a single word ever. Ever. So, that was interesting. Then let's talk about Jane, who I kind of missed it last episode, but Bonnie caught her boyfriend walking at a police station. And right before the episode started, me and my friends were theorizing, like, is he gonna be an undercover cop? And immediately, like, the episode, I believe, starts with Jane knocking on the door like, what the fuck? Are you an undercover cop? But apparently no, but he does let her know that the cops called him in, and Detective Ursula, because I know her as Ursula from Once Upon a Time. Detective Ursula is like, knows a lot of things that maybe she shouldn't. Like, she knows about the rape, she knows about Ziggy being the product of the rape, and etc., etc. And he tells her. And she gets mad at him. And so they have a thing where he basically is like, I'm not backing down. I'm not giving up on this relationship, which is admirable, but he does do some dickish things, like a petty little sly move to say that she's prickly to a bunch of rando kids. So, interesting to see where that goes. Then, I guess let's talk about Madeline. Madeline. She's still trying to mend things with Ed. She realizes that she fucked it up and that she can't. It can't be easy for her to mend things. But then, one day she gets a little reminiscing and puts on one of their wedding songs that he picked out, and her wedding dress, and just gets wrapped up in wanting to be who she was, which puts them back together more. But I wonder if the proposed affair is going to come into play. And yes, I say proposed affair because the chick who was the wife of the dude that Madeline slept with now wants to sleep with Ed. And not just because she wants to make both of them mad, but because she actually finds Ed attractive, and that he is not only on her bucket list, but he's actually in her, how do I say this? Self-pleasure diary? Which is a new one. I've never heard of that before. Okay. Ooh. Anyway, because we got to keep on going. Let's talk about Celeste. She was the main crux of the episode, was the interview at the court proceedings over the custody agreement. And it doesn't go too well for Celeste. Apparently she hired private eyes, and we find out that the two men that we saw Celeste with weren't the only. There were at least 5 in total. And we find out, like, the psychology of all that, and if she's to be believed, it's to push Perry out. But we all know that there's more to it, but she's just saying that for the judge. But things get real spicy, and the tea is spilled, where we even find out that one of the boys caught one of the men that she slept with sleeping with the mom. Like, literally sleeping, but still. And that the whole Ambien car wreck thing comes into play. And so, boy. Mary Elizabeth took another step into villain territory. Because, oh boy, she was very bitchy. And, oh boy, she was evil. But that's not the only thing that we have to go over, so I will just end it there. We also got Bonnie to go over. Bonnie, oh boy, equally. Because her thing is that she's looking over her mom with the stroke. Meanwhile, she's going to Celeste's custody battle, and it's taking a toll on her. She's talking to Madeline, and she can sense that Madeline is really being affected by keeping this secret, especially from Ed, who she's trying to mend things with, even though she's still keeping this big giant secret, and she can sense all this. And so she finally starts writing up a thing. And then she proceeds to, at the end of the episode, tell her mom what she wrote down. And what she wrote down was basically a full confession that included why. And it's because when she pushed Perry, in her head, she was pushing her mom. Because her mom was very fucking abusive. Like, literally would hit her. Like, they didn't show it, but they implied that she smacked a snow globe on her head. Which is like, what the fuck? Ow! It hurts just to even think about. Especially with the glass. Ah! But anyway, she then, like, talks about some other things. Like how she started sleeping around at age 13 because she just wanted satisfaction and wanted to know that she was loved, which, and she goes into even more detail with other things, but I will skip all that because I've got Euphoria to get to, which is another really good but feelsy attacky show, so I will just end it there saying thank you guys for watching. I do realize that this episode was this review was probably a little bit more animated thanks to said coffee. But thank you guys for watching. Next time you see me will be for, like I said, Euphoria, which is coming up next. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time and beyond. Next week's gonna be wild.